Hello everyone. Today we are blasting this Roblox user by the name of Vin while AFK people are AFK in the corner. Because this game has nothing anti-AFK in it. There probably should be anti-AFK measures. Probably just something that kicks them out of the server. But there isn't. So some people, like those two over there, managed to get 3,000 wins by just AFKing constantly. I mean, I have a ton of souls because, well, everyone in this game AFKs, but that's beside the point. I AFK because, gosh, gold is terrible. That they're probably AFKing partially for that too. Doesn't change the fact that you shouldn't be able to do it. But I'm not one to not take advantage of something if it's available. Bone wave, blue bones. Gosh, kindness, stop healing him. I need him dead. Doesn't help that this armor update lowered damage so much. Okay, I think I got him. Time to kill the two AFKs. They have the same appearance, the two, so I'm pretty sure it's, what is it? Probably some person with a second account. They want to bring two accounts up to a ton of wins. It means in games like this that, well, nearly the same appearance. Games like this, I'm not sure. Do they just want to have infinite everything? Who knows? I'm gonna select a different character. Let's mix things up. Let's go with the real Bendy. As long as someone capable doesn't join, I'm fine. A challenger is fighting me. Let me take a look. It is Vin again. Alright. Let's head over to Vin and try to strike him down. I'm not sure whether he'll allow me to, but that doesn't matter, does it? After all, he doesn't get a choice in the matter. They are going to be struck down. Oh, shoot, I'm actually dying. That was not in my plan. My plan was actually I run over and kill him before my first death, but having 50 health makes that more difficult, doesn't it? Can we talk about how the armor is now Minecraft? That's an interesting choice, I'm to be honest. Not something I would have thought of. Part of me is wondering whether that's allowed. Like whether that falls under a type of fair use or not. If it isn't allowed, it would probably be fairly straightforward to change it into another icon. Now that I know that is what is going to happen, you deserve it completely. Even if I said that even the worst person can change. This doesn't feel like very canon papyrus. I feel like Inverted Fate has a way better take on if there was a papyrus in a genocide scenario. Because obviously, well, Inverted Fate's genocide is far from canon. Like Dork has pretty much said, there is no inverted fate genocide, and just gave a if a non-canon genocide were to happen, here's what would happen. And I mean, before Dork released that, I made my own kind of hypothetical set of events, and they actually aligned quite heavily with Dork's things that they gave, which I thought was pretty interesting. Do I need to heal? I might need to heal. There. That should be plenty, right? Or I guess I'll just heal to full. Okay. There, that should be plenty of healing. I'm on my final life, but one little attack. Anyway, Dork, basically, their interpretation of Papyrus in the uh, final fight is that Papyrus would still fight and probably, like, they would still be trying to strike down Frisk, but Papyrus would also be aware, I believe, that, what is it? that Frisk would come back anyway, which would probably be part of why it'd be a little easier for Papyrus to kill them. They wouldn't stay dead, and part of it would be trying to convince Frisk to reset. Oh wait, I should probably say Inverted Fate, Genocide, hypothetical, non-canon, whatever you want to call it, spoilers, but yeah, basically Dorked has said that the Judgment Hall would contain Frisk, or Sans, and Papyrus, with the first human Chara helping Sans and Papyrus stop Frisk. So in a game, that'd be like reversing Frisk controls by Chara while Papyrus and Sans do their hardest to try to stop them. Papyrus would have not lost hope though, and they would go to their deaths trying to stop Frisk. That would also be the final opportunity for Frisk to stop things. And since during the Inverted Fate genocide, Frisk wouldn't have quite as much murder juice in them, or sorry, love, that would make it so that Frisk could actually still have enough, what is it, emotions to go, hey, maybe murder isn't a good thing. Anyway, I think that whole thing is pretty cool. When I was thinking out how Inverted Fate genocide went, I decided that Sans would survive his Snowden fight, which he does, and I had two ideas for a Judgment Hall fight. One was the Sans and Papyrus one. The other was a one where Toriel would also fight as a group of three. Now you might ask, why exactly would I go with Toriel? Because Toriel certainly wouldn't want to, but my idea was it would mirror the original waterfall incident where three monsters took on the human being the mage, the uh, turtle guy Grayson, I don't know, and Toriel. So I'm thinking Toriel would be there along with Sans and Pyrus. It's kind of a group of three trying to fight Frisk. Oh, right, I'm the one playing Bendy. Time to get into my ink machine. Because we're going to be showing these people what it's like to fight a being made of ink. Now, this character would be terrifying if they were dripping ink. Even more so if the ink actually lasts on the ground, but could you imagine how that would murder computers? No computer would be able to handle the ink. Alright, where are they? Oh, Vin left. It's just me. I guess I'll keep talking. So, the end of Dork's hypothetical and genocide is that Frisk. Okay. So, wait. Let me actually address the Determinator, right? Okay, so when I was coming up with my just kind of head canon how it would play out, because I didn't actually, make anything, I was thinking A, the Determinator happens like around Waterfall, or B, it takes longer for the Determinator to be made. If the Determinator comes out during Waterfall or like around Hotland early, then I was thinking there's really only one way that it will happen, and that is that Undyne will fail. You might ask, how would Undyne fail? Well, Frisk wouldn't actually have the jetpack and everything else needed, so Frisk would lose, undoubtedly. But then here's where the fun part comes in. If Undyne were to come in during Waterfall, my interpretation is that the second Frisk dies, because basically Flowey would be the party member in place of Papyrus, and Flowey would just kind of help Frisk. They probably wouldn't help right away, but they would probably get more involved when Frisk starts having difficulty with Asgore or Sans. I was thinking that Flowey would immediately just absorb Frisk's soul, and then it would be Flowey powered by a human soul, uh, presumably not unwilling against Undyne. And in the waterfall version, Undyne would undoubtedly lose, and then the whole genocide would be preceded by not the human, but Flowey. And if it was postponed as later, then there's actually a fun little idea I came up with, which was what in if this still happened, what if Flowey had an encounter with Undyne, right? With the souls and realized, oh shoot, I can't win this. Basically runs with Frisk's soul, Undyne trying to stop, I imagine, Flowey. But then Flowey, hmm. I was thinking that maybe somehow just in a genocide route. Okay. I have a lot of ideas that I was going through, and of course these are not representative of Dork's thing, since I'm also mixing in a lot of my what if this happened. But I was thinking, what if Flowey had Frisk absorb Asgore's soul early on to like get them stronger, and then at some point either like after Undyne absorbs the souls, which would probably be a bad time. She wouldn't actually be absorbing them, right? Just using the souls directly to power it, which would probably be less power than directly using them. But anyway, I was thinking then maybe if Flowey were to use Frisk's soul to absorb Toriel and Asgore, and then used Frisk's soul with that in it to kind of have just a massive power boost, then maybe in theory that would allow Flowey to then take on Undyne. And after a very, very, very long, just kind of battle of determination, where just because I like the idea of the player equivalent, which would be Flowey, not actually a player, of course, since there's no player in Inverted Fate, but just being able to win. So maybe Flowey just has more experience than Undyne, because my headcanon's that they've lived incredibly long time, like not multi-century, but I don't know, maybe Flowey could have lived for a whole century just through everything, which would place them in a much higher level of experience than Undyne. And also, Flowey's had a lot more experience with souls in general, so somehow Flowey would be able to win, and from there, my interpretation is Flowey probably gets a little greedy and just takes the souls, absorbs them, and then just tries to absorb every monster. But in this, it backfires with by absorbing every single monster. He has Asriel, I suppose now, has a rebellion moment where all the souls are trying to fight back, particularly souls like Undyne, probably Toriel and Asgore, all trying to stop them. And it would end up in a different type of bad ending than the standard Undertale one, where you have to like give up your soul or whatever. And the end would be pretty much the whole underground has been massacred, save maybe a few monsters. Well, actually, no. Flowey absorbs everyone. This basically all of monsters are gone, so they technically succeeded in their goal, but they don't get to bask in it since they were taken down. It'd be either that, or they managed to take over the reset power and reset things back with memories of the whole thing. Or I don't know, maybe just reset things back and go for another level of changing roles. There are a lot of things. I'm a huge fan of Inverted Fate, so I can't help but come up with these cool ideas. I know Dorkt has. I don't know exactly what Dorkt's against. I know they don't want people making takes of Inverted Fate, and I'm pretty sure if I made any of this, it would be considered a take, and also I'm too lazy to make any of this. But hopefully, Dork doesn't consider some random person talking about just kind of headcanon and cool ideas as a take. Hopefully. It's beat this person up. I want to get rid of their dodges. And we can get a bunch of spikes. We can get a blaster. We can melee them. Just need to smack them. Look at this hand. It is terrifying. It's like a double slap. You slap them once and then it pulls back. That's just merciless. Okay, Ink Bubble does 2 damage. I remember back when this did 30. Now it does 2. But this is a Blaster. Blaster does a little more. Ink Floor also has difficulties harming people. The spikes do a little bit. The melee does what? 3? 4? 3. So the only way to really harm them is the blaster. This is why I have mixed feelings about the armor update. Powerful moves have suddenly just been dropped to, oh yeah, now you do 4 damage. Hope you don't mind. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, please, just go down. Anyway, I think this is one of the rare times where gameplay wasn't my focus, and I kind of just sat down and spoke. So I've had videos where I've, talked about something, but usually it was with the focus of gameplay. That wasn't really the thing here. Honestly, actual question. Do you all like gameplay more, or do you like me talking more? I have difficulties thinking about things to talk. Now that I'm doing a more relaxed-ish thing, I don't know. Maybe it'll be easier for me to talk about things. The difficulty is thinking about something to talk about. And me talking about Inverted Fate just kind of ended up with me talking about something that I think's interesting. That's the thing. I'm always trying to figure out what I want to do. You might notice I've gone in so many, well, not really that many, but I've gone in a few directions. I did a couple story readings. I've done guides. I've done showcases. I've done regular gameplay. Like, there's not that many things, but I've experimented a little. But that's enough for me. I think this was a product, good video. Huh? That's actually a strange. But I'm. Huh? I don't know. I was thinking. I'm proud of this, and I thought if I'm proud of this, should I consider this a product? Product of my. Yeah, I'm stopping here. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.